I am in the kitchen today because I am about to cook some of you, adults, as we are. My name is Plenty, and on today's edition of Plenty People, I am about to say this. People often blot out the parts of the story where they are the aggressors or where their blame comes in. So when a person is reporting another person to you, they usually leave out some details where they have been faulty. Am I saying that people are always faulty all the time? No. However, I believe that as adults, we should listen to both sides of the story before we give our judgment or before we give our verdict, especially when you have access to the other person. So, you are in a group or you're in a setting and individual K walks up to you and says that individual P has offended me. Individual P did this and this when we were doing this and this. If you have access to individual P, don't give a verdict. Try to get both of them together or ask individual P. When you give a verdict or a judgment before you hear from individual P, it means two things. One, you hold a bias towards individual P. And the bias is so strong that you will pass the same judgment or verdict if any other person make it about individual P. It also tells me something else, that your maturity level may not just be up there yet, because if you really know humans, you know that people tend to blot out or just portray the versions of the story where they are sent. So here, different versions of the story, you can put it together and then make a conclusion, make a judgment. And that's why you find that in the law court, the judge hears from the complainant and the defendant before giving a judgment, right? And the evidences are produced. So why is it that in a smaller gathering, in a more informal gathering, in a place where people should act as mediators or as adults, just acting as adults, we're passing judgment from hearing from one story, you shouldn't do that. I don't think that if you do that, you're up there in maturity level. So what happens when somebody brings a complaint or a report to you? You can ask them, is it okay for me to ask the other person, because this feels a bit weird to me. I don't understand why this person would act like this. Is it okay for me to ask them? If they say no, I'm not sure what to say, because I don't know why this person would act like this. If I ask the person and I heard from his viewpoint or her viewpoint, whatever it is, always ask. People also lie. Right? Always ask. Sometimes the first version is completely true and it is leaving out nothing. But just double check with the other person. Don't stop doing that thing, guys, where you pass a judgment without hearing from the other person, or you just create a bias, or you just form a bias of a person without hearing the person's opinion. Alright? This has caused many problems in the past, many problems. Workplaces, school, church, in the house, like where you live. And it should stop. With adults, if you know that there's no bias, ask the other person. Alright, that's all from me today. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like the video. If you have not subscribed to Plenty People yet, you are one of the very few people, and that's why you are not in Plenty People. Please subscribe to the channel and let's grow together. I love you all. Till the next time. Ciao, ciao. God bless you. Kasha. That was straight. I mean, I was giving out flows.